It's a crazy, crazy statistic. About 60% of Coachella attendees finance their tickets to attend the festival, according to Billboard. And I know, again, TiVo, we know as well as you know that Coachella tickets supposedly have gotten out of control in prices. Have you seen the prices of these things?
I have. I
It's
definitely
apparently
have.
crazy. I mean, they sold. Here's the thing. You can do the average here for me, TiVo, if you got a calculator in front of you. 98,000 tickets sold and an 84 million in gross revenue. It's apparently a new record. So they've estimated total revenue in brand deals is $180 million. Sponsors include YouTube, Heineken, Amex. Live stream rights equals millions more. The local economic boom, 700 million in total economic impact. We'll get into that in a second, but let's start off with these first two. I mean, first off, TiVo, as a guy who's been in the industry for a long time, you've been in the influencer industry for a long time, helping out people like myself, helping out people at Barstool, doing your own stuff. Like, what are your thoughts? I'm curious as to what your initial thoughts are of Coachella itself. Like, mine. If you're an influencer, you're supposed to go to this thing. But what are you thinking about it?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that you want to be there and be seen, but also you want to be seen in the right area. You can't just be at Coachella. If you're in the crowd at Coachella and at the campsite, the GA campsite, if you're waiting in line to take a shower, you're probably not in the right area, mixing it up with the right people. Yeah, being in the music industry is fascinating. Revolution does some big shows, like a Red Rocks. We'll sell out Red Rocks, which is, a great venue, historic venue, really. Oh man, our big trip this year is we're going to fly to Denver. We're going to spend the weekend in Denver, flights, hotels, and then we're going to get, tickets to the concert. And it's like, that's their big trip for the year. Meanwhile, if you have, maybe you're a family member, if you're a friend of the band and you have social capital, you could do all that for free, maybe, and you just get on the guest list. So I've always wondered, like, people are spending all this money to go do this at different levels. And I think we had it in our notes. It's like VIP is the new GA. And I couldn't agree with that more. It's kind of like these spending tiers for any company. It's like, it's always been like, oh, GA and then VIP. And now it's like, yeah, there's GA, there's VIP, and now there's all access. And so now VIP used to be the top tier. Now it's the middle tier. Now there's the all access. And it's like, they just keep scaling this thing up. And so I think they really drop the weight of the charges on that middle tier, and I guess the upper tier too. But like, I guess what I'm trying to lead to is it's fascinating, depending on how much social capital you have, how you can navigate these areas and really do stuff for free, because that's how I kind of do things. It's like, I have a lot of social capital, and so I bounce around, and I guess, and it's all like, okay, I could get a ticket to Coachella like for free, but then I guess I got to figure out the living situation, which is hard to do, because it's obviously kind of not in the middle of nowhere, but it's a smaller area with a ton of people converging on it, so like that's the most expensive part. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's something that's exploding in growth, but like, to the point where people are now financing their tickets. I don't know. I guess debt's just like we kind of talked about. It's like people don't know what debt is or how to manage it, or there's good debt, there's bad debt, but where does it stop? I don't know, because it's a must go to event for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when it comes to debt, it is a little concerning that people don't, when you're again, I hope that most people are, I hope they do like the Affirm, or what's the other one? There's a K one, Klarna or something like that. I hope that, there's an option to buy Coachella tickets with those where it's like 0% for the first 8 months and you pay it off in the 8 months. You don't get to the next level. I sincerely hope, to be fair, I've been tempted to do that. And not because I couldn't afford what I was paying for, but I was like, well, it's free money for 8 months. I have a real thing in math and in finance, which is pretty much the same thing, that if you're going to give me free money, I'm going to take it. So like, if it's a better economical or financial move, even if I'm buying, 100, I just bought AirPods today. I seem to break or lose a single AirPod all the time. So I just bought
Yeah.
new AirPods. And so that's $250 it was yesterday. $250. Even if at a $250 price point, you're telling me that a firm is going to come in and it's going to say, well, listen, you can pay $250 today, or you could pay, $20 for the next 12 months at 0%. You're just going to pay $20, still the same price, but you can spread it out over 12 months. What would you rather do? And so I sit there. I actually ChatGPT'd it one time. I was like, how are they making money off me? What is happening? And the answer is they're not making money off you. They're charging a fee seemingly they're charging a fee to the merchant, to like an Apple or so, just to be able to offer people these better prices. Hey, they wouldn't be buying without this company. They need to spread it out.